So what is in the news? Two former occupants of the White House have new books out. That's right. Both George W. Bush and Laura Bush have written memoirs. For W, he ran into a huge problem. He got to this picture in the draft of the book, and he stopped writing. But seriously, isn't it a risk for the former president and the former first lady to come out with books at the same time? I mean, George Bush already seems to be in hiding. What if his book is a real snooze? Would he have to go into exile? Now, luckily, I have a way to assess which book you should read. Let me get my iPad. These things are awesome, by the way. Yeah, I know. An iPad, it's trendy. You know, like every American, I'm not immune to the whims of fashion. No one has ever called me a trendsetter, but I like to think that I can keep up with the latest big thing. Everyone else stood in line all night to get their iPad the next day, but I bought this little beauty for $50 the night before the release. Yeah, that's right. I was in line about midnight the night before, settled in for the long haul, had on my pajamas with the footies, when some guy down an alley near the Mac store told me he had a deal just for me. $50. Hey, you don't have to be a genius bar to know that's a steal. So I got my iPad, saved a few $100, got home in time to watch Oprah when they rerun it at 2 in the morning. And I'd managed to avoid hearing about the show all afternoon, so no spoiler alert needed. My iPad's got an app for comparing the qualifications of any book authors. Okay, let's see what it has for Laura Bush. Former librarian, has read a wide variety of books, known for her ability to write elegant prose, deserves a lot of credit for boosting literacy while First Lady. Wow, that's some pretty impressive stuff. Laura Bush's book is likely to be quite a read. Okay, let's see what we've got for George W. Bush. He once choked on a pretzel while watching TV. That's it? That's it? Man. Well, if you're trying to decide whether to read W's new book, don't bother waiting for the movie. Listen, former President Bush, a little advice about marriage. It's okay to compete against your spouse, but you still have to pick your fights. You want to challenge her to some golf? Fine. But George Bush going up against Laura Bush as a book author? She's going to clean your clock, buddy. Okay, now what other news do we have? Well, in this instance,